Well, within the last few hours, we've attacked in Iran and Tehran in their capital city and Beirut in the capital of Lebanon.
Yeah, and also a big tragedy that happened just in this week. The 12 children
Yes, the 12
were killed.
kids. That was the reason why we did those attacks.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll talk about all this and everything else.
TGR News, broadcasting from the State of Israel.
Welcome back to TGR News.
Hello, hello.
Thank you so much for everything you guys do. It is such a blessing what you are doing for these people here in the State of Israel. You are such an important part of their lives by blessing them, giving them the food they so desperately need. It is such a wonderful thing to be a part of, and we thank you for allowing us to be a part of it. Just like Ola likes to say, you are making a difference in the statistic of 1 in 3 children go to bed hungry here in the State of Israel. Praise the Lord that you are doing that. It is such a wonderful blessing to be a part of. And the most beautiful part of the whole thing is the witness it is as the body of Christ of giving them what they need. So it's a double blessing. So thank you guys so much. If you haven't been and you want to be a part of this ministry, there are links below all of these videos to the Patreon page and to the Support Us page. Or you can just go to your web browser and go to thegoldenreport.com and go to the Support Us page there and find whichever way is best for you. While you're down there in the links, we have a link to our Telegram TGR News from Israel, where you get everything up to date.
Real-time news, non-censored, nobody checking, except me checking this is true and facts that happening here in the State of Israel as it happens.
That's right. And sometimes you'll get it even before Israelis get it on their Israeli news. No, I'm serious.
I'll keep you up to date.
It's really, if you really want to be informed of the major events of Israel as they happen, that's where you need to go sign up. Telegram. It's the link below the videos as well. You have to download the app and then you connect to the channel. Well, let's get started.
Yeah, let's do it. We started off this week with the horrible attack on this past Saturday night where Hezbollah fired over 100 rockets into Israel. In Majd al-Shams, in the north of Israel, one of the rockets got through and fell in a soccer field while kids were playing a soccer game. 12 were killed and over 30 were injured. Hezbollah, for the first time in history, put out a statement saying that it wasn't them. What a joke.
Absolutely.
Even the IDF spokesperson had to go and show the remains of the rocket.
Which is Iranian built.
Iranian Falak 1 heavy nuclear warhead, more than 50 kilos.
Which is over 100 pounds.
And he showed this because some Arab, even Al Jazeera, even Al Jazeera, most of the Arab broadcasting from here say it was IDF rocket dome sharpness who hurt the children. But if you look at the scene and you see the hole in the ground, you understand it's not sharpness of the any interceptions.
That's right.
You know it exactly.
Yeah. As soon as I saw it, I told Ola, I said, "It's not shrapnel. It's an explosion. It's a rocket that came through." And this seems like old news already because so much has been happening this week. But we didn't cover this last week because it happened after our last week's broadcast. And the reason we're, by the way, little side note, we're a day early on this broadcast because so much is happening. And also, I need to free up some time because I've been very busy, as you could think, and don't know how busy I'm going to be in the future. So with IDF and other stuff. Yeah. So that, and plus all this stuff that's happened this week, we've decided to put this video out today instead of tomorrow. So this attack was so, it was such a joke. Just like you said, what a joke that they even tried to deny it.
Yeah.
They even tried to deny it. While Israel was planning the actions following the 12 kids dead in a soccer game, once again, Iran and the Biden administration, now think about this, are in harmony. The Biden administration and the terrorist organization state of Iran are saying word for word the same words, absolute harmony in their official stance, telling Israel to be careful and not to make too large of an attack to change the status quo here in the Middle East. Basically, also directly saying, do not make an attack in Beirut, they said. Right? They didn't even think it was going to go for Iran at this point. But they actually both said, do not even go into Beirut for an attack. This is both Biden and Iran. They're saying the exact same things.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
It is difficult for me to see how the Biden administration and Iran seem to be always in sync.
Yeah.
On top of that, Erdogan, from Turkey, is now threatening to attack and invade Israel in support of Gaza and Lebanon. Man, you think a lot of stuff's not happening this week?
Well, Erdogan, if you look at his, just a week ago, had a picture with one of we talk about the killed one that we took, a few days ago, but he's the best friend with Hamas. So I'm not surprised.
Not surprised, yes, but he's never spoken like that.
No, he's bold now.
He's getting more and more because, we know that just not too recent, it's been a couple years now, or it seems like yesterday, but it's been about 2 years now. They made, their official outright alliance with Iran, Turkey, Russia, China,
Yeah, it's getting worse and worse. They ban Israeli goods now. They don't send goods here. Yeah, Turkey is a real evil now. Evil. It's evil.
Absolutely.
Erdogan taking this country down.
Yep. And I don't see any chance of it ever changing, ever.
Yeah. On Tuesday, Israel gave Lebanon her answer to the horrible attack on children's soccer game. In Beirut, Israel made an airstrike, taking out the second of command, second to Nasrallah himself in the terrorist organization Hezbollah. This is exactly what both Iran and Biden administration said not to do.
That's right.
They said not in Beirut, so that we won't go into a war with Lebanon. How sad that the U.S. tell Israel not to defend itself.
That's right.
And let our enemies kill our children.
Hold on, I want to say something. So what you're saying is, if I'm going to recap, you're saying that Biden said don't, and we did anyway? So it's the same thing, everything in the Middle East since Biden's ever started talking. That's his thing. He says don't, and everyone does.
Except Israel. He said don't, and Israel actually didn't.
No, but this time we did.
This time, finally, after
everyone else does anyway.
Yes, we learn. We slowly learning.
Yes. Usually say something.
I wanted to say that not only for dead children that we have to retaliate. Almost for 10 months, we got bombarded by Hezbollah daily. The average, it's like between 11 and 13 attacks every day from Lebanon.
That's right.
And what else country will accept that?
That's right.
So not only the dead children, it's horrible, but it also more than 100,000 children.
150,000.
Yeah, evacuated from the north.
10 months.
For 10 months.
Yes.
The agriculture is
That's
dying.
so right.
The agriculture is dying. The business is dying.
That's
Nobody.
Right.
Tourism. Everything.
Absolutely. So true. It is, we've said it 1,000 times, and I'm going to have to say it again. The Iron Dome is our biggest blessing and our biggest curse. Because it's not sad, it's pathetic that we have to get so far 10 months allowing countries to fire at us missiles trying to kill us. The fact that we have an Iron Dome is besides the fact that they're trying to kill our civilians and our people here, right? So they're trying to kill us, but we don't do anything because it's like, Israel doesn't need to attack because, look, nothing actually happened. Your Iron Dome took care of everything.
Yeah, we have to switch our minds and act based on intentions and not based on the results.
I agree. I wish we would. But like I said, Iron Dome is our biggest blessing and our biggest curse.
Yes.
I wish we would go back to the days where we react to our enemy's intentions instead of results. Just the same words you use. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Well, last Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning, around 2 a.m., Ismail Haniyeh, these wonderful, easy to pronounce names. Ismail Haniyeh was assassinated in his home in the capital of Iran, Tehran. He was the head of the political aspect of Hamas for years and was responsible for some of the planning and most of the funding for the attack on the 7th of October. This was also the second assassination in capital cities within 24 hours. This is exactly the kind of thing that brings back the fear of Israel and makes our enemies think twice before attacking. We go into Gaza for 10 months and we have destroyed most, not all, most of the infrastructure, Hamas terrorist infrastructure in the tunnels and where they keep their weapons and their factories where they make their weapons. And so we've done most, tearing all that up. Believe it or not, but these people, they don't think like us. To them, that's no big deal. Once we would pull out of Gaza, they just go right back, rebuild everything and start doing it again. It doesn't even slow them down, okay? But these kind of things, when you go out to the big guys who are used to sitting in the thing and say, okay, go do this, do that, right? That makes a big difference.
Yeah. The guy that first of all, that's important to say that for Ismail Haniyeh, Israel didn't take responsibility.
Yeah, but we know.
That's important.
But no, that's just a deal, I believe, behind the scenes. So, because if you notice, ever since that, Iran hasn't said anything or done anything. It's sort of like, okay, we don't say we did it, they don't say much about it, and it just kind of goes away, it looks like.
I don't think this time it goes away. But
you don't think so?
No, I think this time they retaliate and they do it because they already attacked us.
Yeah,
Iran already attacked us, so it's like they crossed the barrier already.
Oh, so it's easy to go, yeah.
It's just easy.
What I'm saying is not that they would not do any kind of response at all. What I'm saying is going into Tehran, into their capital, right?
Yeah.
Into this, that's just as bold-faced as you can get. You don't, what I'm trying to say is let's do this. Rewind 1 year back. 1 year before, okay? If we would have taken out anything in an apartment building, anyone in Tehran, in the capital of Iran, it would have been the next morning, all-out war.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is now, but you're right, because what I was trying to say, maybe I didn't say it right, is now because of the new status quo now between Iran and Israel, and the fact that they're not taking responsibility, and it's gonna be like sort of like maybe, I don't know, but you think this could for sure some sort of attack like before, that we'll be able to take the missiles out and then go on.
Yeah, it was actually embarrassment for Iran. They spent so much money on this attack. We're talking about April, last attack from Iran to Israel.
Hundreds and hundreds.
And but think about the significance of these two eliminations. I'm not saying it's Israel, right? The second one. But let's say it's the Mossad or Israel. Think about Ismail Haniyeh, the Hamas leader. He was in a hidden apartment inside a very secured area. He was the guest for Iranian regime, for this president.
Just hours before he met the president.
Yeah, he met the president, the new president.
Iranian president. That's right.
He went back to his apartment. It's supposed to be, so whoever did it, they had the hour, the location, and also the exact confirmation that he was dead right away.
Yes.
So it's amazing. I don't know who did it, but they did a
good job.
Think about the embarrassment of the Iranian regime right now when they know inside their capital city, inside the very, very, very secured area, we eliminated the guest. And Arabs have something about their guests.
Yes.
It's like a big thing about the guests supposed to be protected and happy and everything.
Yeah, that's true. It's very true. Very true. All true. Okay, well, let's go back a little bit to the week. Just all this stuff was insane. I have no idea what we're going to be in store in the next few days and in the next week. Who knows? I might be doing the next broadcast from the IDF next week, or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. That's what's interesting about the Middle East. You really never know. I've seen so many people say this is going to happen, this is going to happen, and then it doesn't happen, and something else happens.
Yeah.
It's just a whole new animal over here.
Yeah.
Starting Monday, going back, we had a large internal issue rise up here in the state of Israel. Some reserve soldiers were being placed under arrest for abuse of terrorists from Gaza that was being held and interrogated. A large number of protesters came and broke into the army base to stop this. The question is, what actually happened and how we move forward from here? I want to make something very clear. I brought this up. You know, all these huge things, you know, that was happened this week. I mean, it's insane. Like I said, who knows what's going to happen next week? But I brought this up. This is our last piece of this week because it's a real issue here in Israel right now. It's a heartbreaking issue, and I know that's what we do here. We give you the news of Israel as an Israeli. There's a lot of stuff in the news, the regular stuff that we don't go over. We just get the juicy stuff, right? But this one is real heartbreaking for the nation of Israel. These are soldiers who are in charge of taking care of the Hamas terrorists that did the horrible things on the 7th of October. And this isn't the first time. This isn't the first time at all. And the Israeli, our own people, the Israeli prosecutors in the court system, so you know, the ones that we needed with judicial reform before this whole 7th of October started, right? Yeah. And are now trying to put them in jail because of course the Hamas terrorists are going to say the soldiers did something to them. You know, of course they're going to say that. They always say that. But but what I want to make clear is our stance is very clear, and just like most people out there, I'm sure you as well watching this, of course, we do not condone or think that it's correct if someone's in custody, even a terrorist, the horrible people that they are, for our soldiers or anyone taking care of them, to abuse them in any way. And if they are being abused, then we do need to take care of these people, right? They should be put in jail. You shouldn't just go around beating people up, right? That's our official position, of course. But that's not really the problem here. First of all, it don't look like they really did anything, because it's just them. It's their word against
the police have cameras all around. Yeah. If the prosecution have the videos, they already will shoving this in their faces, and they don't. Yeah. So there's no way they did it.
Yeah. Exactly.
But also, it's not okay to break into the IDF
That's what my next
base.
part. That's what my next.
Stole it from you.
Stole it from. That was the next thing I was going to say. And that we definitely don't agree with the protesters, the way they protested, breaking into the military bases.
Yes,
right?
That's anarchy.
Yeah, because I was going to say U.S. soldiers, and IDF soldiers, they're not equipped to handle Israeli citizens breaking into their base. Only thing an IDF soldier knows to do is hold the gate. If there's 50 people pushing on a gate with one soldier, they're going to overpower the soldier and push the gate in. The next step an Israeli soldier knows to do in a time of war is to shoot at the enemy. Well, you're not going to do that to the Israeli citizens. So, of course, the protesters are going to be able to break into the base, right? And that is wrong.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing is wrong on so many levels.
Yes, it is.
And not only the left-wing persecutors, and we have this problem in Israel, we also have the problem with very, very radical left-wing human organizations.
Human rights
organizations that started the whole thing,
right.
Accusing, trying to
accusing, yeah.
I even heard a story that I'm not sure, but as I see, they don't deny the story. The lawyers don't deny the story, so maybe it's right. It's not only rumors, but as this terrorist, which by the way, commander of Sajaiya battalion of Hamas, right? Not only just a terrorist who raped and killed and burned babies, he also the commander of the whole,
commanding others.
Yeah. So anyway, when he went to the hospital and he was beaten and stuff, the doctor, left-wing doctor, just told him, you can, just do your thing, and you will see that the judges will be okay towards you.
What does that mean? Do your thing.
Press charges.
Oh, okay.
Press charges. I'm sorry. Press charges against
the IDF soldiers.
Yes, and this is not the first time. Like you said, it's been a trend because they know we're not like them. They know Israelis are okay. They're human. They're human beings, not like us. You know what they do to each other? Palestinians do to each other, terrorists do to each other in these kind of prisons. I don't want to even go into that. So,
Well, like I said, this week was... This part we brought up at the end is just heartbreaking what's happening here in Israel. But the real news is all the stuff that's happening with the attacks in Beirut and Tehran and what's to come. Who knows? We'll wait and see.
What do you think going to happen now? Do you think they're going to retaliate?
Yeah, tell us what you think is going to happen. Write it in the comments below.
Because we don't know.
Tell us what you think is going to happen. That'd be interesting to read everyone's different opinion of. I'm sure everyone won't write the exact same opinion. But write your opinion and see how many different opinions we can come up with. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, interesting.
After this week. Well, you got anything you want to add?
That's all.
Well, don't forget to join us at thegoldenreport.com. And until next week.
Shabbat Shalom.
God bless.